Hi guys, welcome to CamExcel Technologies YouTube channel, and in this video we will be seeing how to configure ATEM Streaming Bridge with ATEM Mini Pro or ISO. It's same for the both. Before getting inside the video, Blackmagic Design has announced or updated their website for ASA Mini Pro 12K data rates calculator. So I have attached the description in the link. If you want, you can go and see and calculate what will be your storage capacity if you are recording in 12K resolution in this particular frame rate. So that's a good update. You can have a visit. So let's get inside the video. So now we have the ATEM Streaming Bridge with us. So I'm just going to connect this USB-C to my USB-C laptop, or USB-C to A will also work. So which will enable the configuration utility. So I'm just connecting the USB-C to the streaming bridge and to my laptop. So first we need to configure the streaming bridge, because streaming bridges which is giving you the key or without key, all kind of settings you can do it over here. So I'm opening the normal ATEM setup. It's normal for our ATEM Mini Pro or all the ATEM switches from Blackmagic Design. It's the same thing. So you can see the ATEM streaming bridge has been automatically detected, and I'm just going inside the settings. So normally you can change the name, like whatever your company name or whatever it is, and software version, and what software version actually this ATEM streaming bridge is. And if you want to update the streaming bridge also, you need to come over here. And basically it should be able to detect your ATEM Mini Pro with the direct Ethernet connection, because it ships with DHCP. And if you want to have your static own IP, you can also do that. And this disable remote configuration via Ethernet. For example, if this is basically designed to connect via Ethernet, I mean for LAN connectivity from a local area network with different buildings. So if you disable this, nobody will be able to configure via Ethernet. So this is a good thing with the security. So whenever you connect it through USB-C, you will be able to configure this. If you are unchecking this, anybody with that particular LAN can configure this ATEM streaming bridge. That is kind of a security breach, I would say. So keep it always checked in. And streaming service. So you have these three types of streaming service here: local network without key, which is what we are going to do today, and local network with key is nothing but you have a normal key which you get it from YouTube or Facebook. So that is a normal thing. And next thing is via internet. So via internet is nothing but I'm having a streaming bridge, and I can send this particular settings to an ATEM Mini Pro user which is like 500 kilometers or 1000 kilometers apart, and I can receive the signal over here. But as of now we will be going without key. So with internet, you can see this internet status, no internet access, which means your laptop is having internet but the ATEM streaming bridge is not having the internet. So via Ethernet you can feed in the internet connectivity so that it will enable the internet status. So there are four types of errors which will occur in this particular internet. These are the four internet status which will be visible. So basically, if it is visible worldwide, then it is good for you to stream. If there is no internet, which means ATEM streaming bridge is not getting the internet access. Port forwarding error is something you have to talk to your internet provider. Some providers give it to you, but some certain providers doesn't give it to you. So just talk to your internet provider. And UPnP error is something weird, but if you get this, just check with your router, internet or Ethernet router, and enable the port forwarding. So these are the four things that you should consider if you are sending or receiving the signal in a remote area. And reference timings are there, pixels and all those basic stuff, which if you are connecting to another ATEM switcher, another professional ATEM switcher, you can do that. The next thing is I'm going to go with without key. And for example, if you are going with key, you are internet connection, you have the key and worldwide IP address and worldwide port and all those stuffs are there. And you can go to the external ATEM Mini Pro, which is like 500 kilometers or 1000 kilometers apart. So you are having the same key and server ID. You can save the settings as whatever you like in an XML format, and you can send those XML format in a basic email, and they can load it up over there. So for example, I will save this as ASB CamExcel and hit save in the desktop. And this is not we are going to do, so I am going to set up, and this is local without key, and I can also export this as ATOM streaming bridge CamExcel local and hit save. So I can load this XML settings in my ATOM Mini Pro and I am good to go with the streaming. And that is configuring the ATOM streaming bridge. So now we have ATOM Mini Pro here. So we are just going to feed into the ATOM Mini streaming bridge XML file into this ATOM Mini Pro just like that. So I'm connecting the USB C to my system for configurational purpose. So just going to our ATOM setup, and you can see the ATOM Mini Pro. So and going to the ATOM software control, you will be opening up the software control. Okay, so this is our ATOM Mini Pro inside this, and I'm going to stream, and you can see load stream settings. So basically when you click the load stream settings, you see we basically exported that XML file in the desktop, and we have the XML file over here, ATOM stream settings. I'm just going to import this, and you can see the ATOM streaming bridges here, and you have the server default, and this is the local configuration which we have. So just hit on air and you are done. Your PGM output will be streamed to that particular ATOM streaming bridge, and that's how simple is to configure the ATOM streaming bridge. Just cross check your software version of both of your ATOM Mini Pro and ATOM streaming bridge are same to avoid any kind of conflicts. We will also see how this works. So now that everything has been configured, I'm just going to connect my Ethernet to my ATOM Mini Pro or ATOM Mini Pro ISO, and I'm going to connect it to my ATOM streaming bridge just like that, just an Ethernet connection. So everything is good, and you can see a small button after stream starting. Here is a small dot over here, so where you can see whether it is streaming good or not. So I'm just going to connect an HDMI output which is going to this particular monitor over here. So we have another two more outputs, which is two SDI outputs which will work. So as of now our connection is almost done and everything is done here, and the one thing you have to do is just hit on air over in the ATOM Mini Pro or in the software panel. So when the moment I hit on air, so whatever is live here will go to this particular monitor. There will be a little bit of delay, like 1 second or 2 seconds. It's most probably 1 second delay, but that is bearable if you're sending somewhere, and it is a broadcast quality. You can see the picture detail, how much depth that picture is having, and it's completely broadcast quality. And that is all about the connectivity of ATOM streaming bridge with ATOM Mini Pro ISO as we have seen today. And let's meet up with another video. Thank you.